What's up guys, John here and welcome back to John Moon Studios. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create custom color sets inside of Cubase, so let's get right to it. So if you work often inside of any DAW, you know how important it is to keep your tracks color coded. And in this case, in Cubase, you can create color sets for particular tracks so that every time you go into a project and you need to color your tracks, you don't need to decide what color you want to use. You can actually just create specific colors for specific tracks and then move on quickly to creating your music. So in this video, I'm going to explain how I got these colors and how I have it set up so that I know every time I open up a track or make a new track or make a different template, I can use the same color set. So if I go to my color palette up here, look at how I have it named to the track specifically for instruments in this class. So I have my input and outputs is this color percussion folder, so on and so forth, and I have it labeled with names and I have the colors right next to it. So how did I create this? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to go to the project tab, and then we're going to go down to project color setup. So you can hit Option Shift S, and that will be the key command to open up this project color setup window. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to where it says Options, and then you're going to check this box that says select color by name. If I remove this tab and hit apply, and I go back to my color palette, look what happens here. It becomes a color palette, but now you're going to see that I still have it stored by name, and that's because when I go over here to project color setup, you're going to see that I actually named them here. But if you want to see it in list form, in this case I have it, if you go over it, they have their names, but if you want to see it in list form, then you want to go back to this color setup and you want to check this box. I like seeing it like this because I've already put specific colors for specific folders and instruments, and I could just read it out as I'm going through it. I don't want to have to hover over and try to remember which shade of blue is my instrument and which shade of blue is my folder. You can also go into the color setup and you can choose in the preset section the number of basic colors. So I can go to the highest one, which is 32. I can do the number of color tints. So how many shades per color? I just put one shade per color. So the red goes to this darker orange, and it goes to this brighter one, then it turns yellow, just like that. And if I hit 2, you're going to see that it's going to give me 2 shades of the same color. And if I hit 4, you're going to see it's going to give me 4 shades of the same color. In this case, I'm going to stick to 1. And notice how when you activate more than 1, it goes to basic colors and color tints. So you can actually filter it out by the basic colors, or you can filter it out just by using the tints. It's all up to you. The cool thing is that as you're changing this, it will tell you what colors were replaced in here, so you know exactly where those tints are coming from. But for this example, I left it at 1, but I put 32 here. So then after all of that work, to make sure that this transfer over to all of your other sessions, if you don't do this, you will have to do the work again or go back to the project, store the color, and then come back to the new project. You want to make sure that you hit Store Color Set as default. Because if you do not do this, then if you open up a brand new project, you will not have those colors with their names, which again, you could just click here, type in the name, and it'll change in the color palette. Then you will not have this in your other projects. So make sure you hit Store Color Set as default. If you go to the color set here, you can always add a block by hitting this gear sign. You can add, insert color. You could duplicate the color. You could remove it, or you could reset it back to its default. And it'll reset it back to the default depending on the number you have here. So if it's 32, then the first one will automatically default to this red, number 2 will be to this darker orange, so on and so forth. If you lower it down to, let's say, 8, then you're going to default to these, and it's going to show you all the colors that were replaced to the nearest new color. So after you did all that work, now let's go ahead and color your tracks. So if you have your tracks and you want to color them, all you need to do is go up here to the palette, and you can just select these colors as you're clicking through them. So if I hit Cine Winds, and let's say, for example, I wanted to color orange for some reason, I just hit percussion folder and it'll turn orange. Another way you could do it on Mac, so if you go to the empty space right here and I hold Option and I click, you're going to see that I can put the colors back in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the color it had before, and now you can see that it goes back to the same color. You can also highlight in bulk, so if I hold Shift and I do this, I could just hold Option and then click a color, and it'll change all of those at the same time. So this is how easy it is to change the color scheme inside of Cubase, and how you can create custom color sets with their names so that you don't have to think anymore about what color you want. You can just go straight to the color, and your eyes start getting used to seeing, specific colors with specific tracks, which can help speed up your workflow. If you have any questions throughout the video, just go ahead and drop your comments down below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the ring button so you don't miss any of my weekly videos. Also, don't forget to check out the John Moon Studios store. I have a variety of merch with the official John Moon Studios logo on it, so go ahead and check it out. Also, down below in the description, I'm going to leave a link to my Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can help support the channel, and all your donations would be greatly appreciated. As always, don't forget to share with your musician friends. I'll see you guys soon.